Astronomers discover bizarre exoplanet that behaves like the elusive Planet 9. They've yet to find Planet 9, a hypothetical planet in the outer region of our solar system, and according to some scientists' calculations, this hypothetical planet could have a mass of about 10 times that of Earth and an elongated orbit 20 times farther from the Sun, on average, than Neptune. Now, some call it Planet 10, Nibiru, Nemesis, Wormwood, various names for this. In a new study published in the Astronomical Journal, researchers outlined novel information about an exoplanet known as HD 106906b that appears to have behaved similarly to the elusive Planet 9. Kindly support my Patreon channel. Because YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel, you'll find at least 5 videos that are sensitive or maybe centered on some platforms. They will be beneficial and informative for you. You'll find the link below in the description box. Thank you for your support. Although HD 106906b was first discovered back in 2013 using the Magellan telescopes at the Las Campanas Observatory in Chile's Atacama Desert, astronomers only recently discovered information about the planet's orbit using the Hubble Space Telescope, which was launched into low Earth orbit in 1990. And the recent study reveals that HD 106906b is 336 light years from our Earth and orbits around a pair of host stars. The exoplanet is also very massive, with a size 11 times that of Jupiter. The exoplanet resides extremely far from its host pair of bright young stars. This is what explained in their news release, more than 730 times the distance of Earth from the Sun. This wide separation made it enormously challenging to determine the 15,000-year-long orbit in such a short time span of Hubble observations. 15,000-year-long orbit. The planet is creeping very slowly along its orbit, giving the weak gravitational pull of its very distant parent stars, the Hubble Space Telescope facility explains. Astronomers were also surprised to learn that the exoplanet has an elongated and inclined orbit, which is unlike any of the other known planets in our solar system. To highlight why this is weird, we can just look at our own solar system and see that all of the planets lie roughly in the same plane. The study's lead author, Meiji Nguyen of the University of California, Berkeley, said in a statement, "It would be bizarre if, say, Jupiter just happened to be inclined 30 degrees relative to the plane that every other planet orbits in. This raises all sorts of questions about how HD 106906b ended up so far out on such an inclined orbit." Researchers believe that the exoplanet may have formed close to its host stars. However, drag over time caused the exoplanet's orbit to decay, which caused it to migrate inwards towards the stars. The gravitational forces from the whirling twin stars then kicked it out into an eccentric orbit that almost threw it out of the system and into the void of interstellar space. Then the star passed very close by to the system, stabilizing the exoplanet's orbit and preventing it from leaving its home. This is what the Hubble Space Telescope news release explains. The same theory may also be used to explain what caused the hypothetical Planet 9 to be pushed to the outskirts of the solar system. The planet could have been formed in the inner solar system before being pushed out by interactions with Jupiter. Because interactions with Jupiter may have pushed Planet 9 far beyond Pluto, the prevailing theory is that passing stars may have stabilized the orbit of Planet 9 by moving its orbital path away from Jupiter and the solar system's other planets. Now, the research team member Paul Callas explains, "It's as if we have a time machine of our own solar system going back 4.6 billion years to see what may have happened when our young solar system was dynamically active and everything was being jostled around and rearranged." Astronomers plan to further study HD 106906b to learn more about how it was formed. And despite the lack of detection of Planet 9 to date, The orbit of the planet can be inferred based on its effect on the various objects in the outer solar system. This is what study co-author Robert de Rosa noted. He says this suggests that if a planet was indeed responsible for what we observe in the orbits of trans-Neptunian objects, it should have an eccentric orbit inclined relative to the plane of the solar system. This prediction of the orbit of Planet 9 is similar to what we are seeing with HD 106906b. So is this perhaps Planet 9? Who knows? Now, the search for Planet 9 began in 2014 after astronomers Chad Trujillo and Scott Shepard suggested that a large and unseen planet may exist beyond Neptune, and that such a planet may be causing gravitational oddities in the orbits of the distant objects like dwarf planet Sedna and 220 VP 113. So that's the news on that. It may be, who knows? This is by Mary F. on Sputnik News. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.